10 Mysterious Things Found by YouTubers. You've probably found some things at least once or twice in your lifetime, but chances are you've not found the same things these YouTubers have found. Some of these people, being treasure hunters, find the most amazing things. Some can be explained while others cannot. So with that in mind, we rounded up 10 mysterious things found by YouTubers. Mysterious Secret Passage. A YouTuber was using his metal detector and found a hot plate, which really isn't that big of a deal. But while walking along the same area, he stumbled onto a hidden trapdoor on the ground. It's unknown what was inside, but from the outside, it just appeared to be stones. The finder decided it was too creepy for him to go down into and explore to see if there was anything in it. Another mystery is that close by, he found an older analog Nokia cell phone that wasn't working. That could be the biggest mystery of all. Those things never die. Floating beverage cooler. A group of friends were out on a normal outing near a river when they noticed a white container was floating on the water. One of the friends started recording while asking another of his friends to swim out and grab it and bring it back to shore. It had been taped across the top with some strips of silver duct tape. When they opened it, there was shock at first, thinking there was a baby inside. However, after a few seconds, it was realized it was a doll inside the cooler. You have to wonder if this was a prank by some people who were there previously, or if it was a prop for something more ominous like a kidnapping. Either way, these guys ended up with a doll and a nice beverage cooler for free. Tank buried in forest. A popular YouTuber known as Deep Digger Dan, who finds all kinds of interesting things using a metal detector, actually found a tank gun barrel that was made in 1928. It's not known if the rest of the tank is under the ground in this spot, and there was no interest in digging it out. The mystery still remains. How did this tank get here? What army did it belong to? And how did it end up buried so deep in the ground? What do you think? Shotgun. While this YouTuber, who goes by Aquachigger, was out in the woods and stumbled onto a gun case laying on the side of a riverbank. It's not often you would find something like this just laying around. In fact, you might think that the case would be empty or full of mud like he thought. But upon opening it, he found a 12-gauge shotgun inside the case. Interestingly enough, the gun was cocked and ready to fire, but there was no shell in the chamber. So where did the gun come from? Was it a discarded murder weapon? Or did some hunters just lose it and were unable to find it? Whatever the case is, it's not every day you find a shotgun. Galaxy S5 phone. Dumpster diving is a term that is commonly used for going through dumpsters of stores to see if they've thrown out broken or damaged merchandise. We're not sure if this was the case, but these YouTubers were searching through a dumpster and found an iPhone. The gadget's face was badly smashed, but these things can be fixed and repaired for less than the cost of a new phone. The mystery is, why would someone throw this away? Maybe it was deliberately smashed to hide something and tossed in the trash. Guess we'll never know. Gold ring. Treasure hunters find all kinds of interesting and sometimes very valuable things. This YouTuber was looking for treasure using his metal detector and found a big solid gold class ring. It was a pretty impressive find, but what he did next was impressive. Instead of keeping the ring as most other treasure hunters would, he decided to solve the mystery of where it came from and track down the owner of the ring, in which he was successful in doing. The ring was lost some 50 years ago and was forgotten. Imagine the surprise when the owner got his old class ring back. Hidden bunker. A YouTuber that goes by WW2 History Hunter was out in the woods and came across a small square metal door in which he thought he'd open and find a water tank. Instead, what he found was an entrance to an old World War II bunker that was possibly used by the Germans. Not far away from this was another entrance to the bunker that was dark and kind of creepy. Being in an old place like this could be very exciting, as you could find a lot of old World War II relics. Machine gun. Magnet fishing seems to be a popular thing, as you never know what you're going to find under the water somewhere. The YouTubers known as Check Diggers were magnet fishing and ended up pulling a gun magazine out of the water. Surprisingly enough, after a few more tries in the same spot, they pulled out the rest of the gun, which ended up being a World War II MP40 machine gun. That's a pretty incredible find while you're magnet fishing. Prosthetic leg. This might be the strangest thing on this list. Once again, this is YouTuber Aquachigger, who is diving for treasure and happens on a prosthetic leg sitting at the bottom, wedged between some rocks. It is a bit mysterious as to how this ended up in the water, since a person with this likely couldn't swim. Cremated human remains. This YouTuber by the name of The Almighty was diving and found a black box sitting at the bottom of a river. He doesn't realize what he has found, but upon opening the box, he pulls out a clear plastic bag with ashes inside, with a label showing it's from the local coroner's office. Alarmed, he calls the police, who tell him to put it back where he found it out of respect. It seems fairly obvious. This is where the person wanted their remains to rest. If you like this video, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you'll be notified when new videos arrive. And if you want to see more cool videos, check out our other channel, Unveiled.